What's going on, Minties? Omar here from Near Mint Condition, and today I'm going to be talking about the upcoming graphic novels, trade paperbacks, omnibuses, hardcovers, absolutes. You know the drill by now. All the collected editions coming out for the month of April of 2019. And sadly, also talk about some cancellations. So, please stay tuned. And welcome back, everybody. Now, before I do get started on this, I've realized it's April Fool's, so it may not be the best time to let some of you all know about some of these cancellations, but all of these are real, sadly. So what we have here is, let's talk about these cancellations first. So these are all from DC. There's Titans Book 2, Death Trap, it's being canceled. Doom Patrol Silver Age Volume 2, canceled. DC Meets Hanna-Barbera Volume 3. Batman the Dark Knight Detective, Volume 3. Shit, I hope that doesn't mean that the Caped Crusader Volume 3 is also canceled. Justice League of America Bronze Age Omnibus Volume 3 has been canceled. And I want to say that might be the last one in the Bronze Age to wrap up that run. And Brave and the Bold Omnibus Volume 3 has also been canceled. Now, there was a tweet by Dan Didio who was contradicting a lot of the things that Bleeding Cool had broken as far as news, like the Joker omnibus that had been canceled, previously reported by them. He said none of that is true. He doesn't know where these rumors are coming from. Probably got something to do with his previous tweet about, or his Facebook post, about how some of these collections in Bronze Age deserve a trade paperback treatment and then eventually upgrade to an omnibus format. Yeah, that's kind of not the brightest idea, though, because you have already started people collecting the omnibus. They don't want to go back and get the trade paperbacks of the remaining series. So what would they benefit from doing that? I mean, your sales aren't... Well, anyway, DC logic, right? There is another thing I did want to quickly mention, and that is that IDW is apparently for sale. So can somebody please buy them out so I can have these wonderful Transformers and G.I. Joe and Ninja Turtles collections, please, so we can keep those going. And the Ghostbusters, because I missed out on those hardcovers. So yeah, let's keep those going, please. All right, let's go and talk about the first week of April, April 3rd. Now, some of you have asked me where I get all my solicitations from. This is a really boring ass spreadsheet that I build myself from websites like my In-Stock Trades Wishlist, Amazon, Previews World, Tales of Wonder, and Marvel Masterworks. So I build this boring ass spreadsheet, but I will share the websites in the description. Alright, first up, April 3rd, for Marvel Comics Infinity War Omnibus. That's why I have this here. This omnibus that is coming out is a follow-up about a year later after Infinity Gauntlet to Infinity Gauntlet. So this collection, this previously only collected like, I think issues 1 through 6 in Marvel Comics Presents and in Infinity Watch, which is the aftermath of Infinity Gauntlet. So now, this collection collects Infinity War 1 through 6, Fantastic Four 366 through 370. Those need to be in freaking omnibus format anyway. Those are some great Tom DeFalco and Paul Ryan years. Spider-Man 24, Deathlock number 16, Daredevil 310, Warlock, and the Infinity Watch 7 through 10. I think 7 through 10 were collected in here. That's, yeah, yay. So I will be upgrading to that. Doctor Strange Sorcerer Supreme 42 through 47, Silver Surfer 67 through 69, Wonder Man 13 through 19. Oh, I'm sorry, 13 through 15. Alpha Flight 110 to 112, Silver Sable and the Wild Pack. Now there's a series I haven't thought about in years. 4 through 5. Guardians of the Galaxy 27 through 29. That's the Jim Valentino years. Quasar 37 through 40. Another series that deserved at least a trade paperback classics collection. I think we only got one of those. New Warriors 27. Marvel. Come on, where's my New Warriors Omnibus Volume 2? Mark Spector Moon Knight 41 through 44. Nomad 7. That's another great series. Sleepwalker 18. And material from Captain America 408, Alpha Flight 109, and Marvel Comics Presents 108 through 112. So that's a lot of stuff. And yes, I will be dipping into that. What I won't be getting, excuse me, this made me sick. And I suggest not to get and just wait patiently, I hope, for the reprint of the Infinity Gauntlet Omnibus, is this Infinity by Jim Starlin and Hickman Omnibus. It makes no sense. It collects issues 1 through 6 of Infinity Gauntlet, so that's it. And then Infinity 1 through 6, which is the series that took place, I don't know, 20 plus years later. New Avengers 7 through 12, and Avengers 14 through 23. That's the Hickvender series. So pass on that, please. Don't give Marvel your money. This is $125 for two stories that have nothing to do with each other, except for the fact that they both feature Thanos, whatever you want to call him. By the way, the Infinity War omnibus is also $125. Then we have Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes box set slipcase. It's just going through like the best stories of the Avengers. Mainly previously like released in hardcovers, like the Marvel Premiere hardcovers. Marvel Avengers Endgame Prelude, I never get those. Unstoppable Wasp, Girl Power. Now, you may have seen our Jeremy Whitley interview. He's a great guy, and Amanda and Maddie are both fans of this series. And this collects the Unstoppable Wasp 1 through 8. And those, I think that's the second series that he did. Spidey Freshman Year, graphic novel, trade paperback. And I want to say that's the one that Todd Knock drew, or Nick Bradshaw, okay. Conan Chronicles, Epic Collection, Heart of Yagkosha. One of these days I'll learn to pronounce these amazing words. This continues the Kurt Busiek stuff from Dark Horse. So if you missed out on the Colossal Conan, like most people did, then that's the way to do it. Marvel Universe The End, trade paperback. This is a new printing. I'm surprised they didn't go with an oversized hardcover for this. This just collects the miniseries 1 through 6. This is stuff by Jim Starlin because he's notorious for killing lots of characters. Avengers World, complete collection. Another one I'm surprised they didn't go with an oversized hardcover with. This is the series that was the sister series to the Hickvenders. So it's co-written by Jonathan Hickman and I want to say Nick Spencer and a couple of other different writers. Avengers Assemble Living Legends. I think this is just a bunch of little miniseries. Now, moving on to DC, we have Alan Moore's The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. This is the Jubilee edition. I will be picking that up for sure. Batman and the Outsiders Volume 3, which wraps up that run. So I'm really surprised that DC decided to finish this. So according to my friend Jose, he stated that the rest of the series was, they did 6 more issues without Batman. So this collects issues 24 through 32, Annual 2, and DC Comics Presents number 83. And then Batman leaves, and there were like 6 issues of just Outsiders, and then apparently also reprints. Final Crisis DC Essential Edition. I guess I'm continuing that line. Batman Detective Comics Volume 9. I'll be getting the hardcover. Flash, Green Lantern, Brave and the Bold Deluxe Edition. I believe that's some of the classic stuff here. Or no. Oh, no, this is the... Oh, wow. This is the Mark Waid stuff. This stuff is awesome. Mark Waid, Tom Payer, Barry Kitson. Yeah, this is some good stuff. And Justice League, I will be picking this up for sure. This is the Justice League by Christopher Priest Deluxe Edition, Volume 1. Hopefully we will get another volume after this, collecting Justice League Rebirth 34 through 43. I love the oversized deluxe edition, so I hope that they continue with that. Powers Book 4, that's the Brian Michael Bendis new edition. Superman Action Comics Volume 1. Now, I don't think these are oversized hardcovers. I think they're just standard size. Collecting issues 1001 to 1006. By Bendis. Yeah, I think I stopped at 1006. So, if you're getting it, awesome. Good for you. Teen Titans Volume 1. Another renumbering of the series, collecting Teen Titans 20 to 24 and Teen Titans Special Number 1. This is all from the Rebirth stuff. Can we just make up our minds, please, and have a consistent numbering order? Now, let's see, as far as manga, what do we have here? The Art of Nausicaa Valley of the Wind. If you have not picked any of those up, those are beautiful, beautiful books. There's Nausicaa Valley of the Wind picture book as well. Berserk the Flame Dragon Knight. That is the novel. I thought that had come out already. So, awesome. Okay. And then we have Walt Kelly's Peter Wheat, the complete series, Volume 2 hardcover, and in trade paperback format. And then we have Paper Girls Deluxe Edition Volume 2. Hell yes. Well, this might be an expensive week for me. Adventure Time Volume 17. Best of Alex Toth and John Buscema's Roy Ryder Comics, Johnny Hazard Dailies 1954 to 1956, that's volume 7, Phantom Complete Dailies number 15, 1957 to 1958, and Stray Bullets. I love that series. I need an omnibus of that. Sunshine and Roses volume 4, East of West volume 9 is also out that week. Now, moving on to the week of April 10th. We have Marvel Master... I love that they're continuing this line. Marvel Masterworks Avengers number 19. We have the hardcover standard edition and then the limited variant edition. This collects... Holy shit, we're finally past issue 200. 189 to 202. Marvel Premiere 55 and Tales to Astonish number 12. Star Wars Volume 10 Escape. Spider-Man Deadpool Volume 8 Road Trip. Venom Volume 2 by Nani Cates. Runaways by Raul and Anka Volume 3. I stopped that series probably on issue 10. So if it's any good, if it gets better, let me know. I haven't read any of this stuff. It's hard, I don't know. I find it hard for writers to write Runaways. If it's not Brian K. Vaughan, I mean, even Joss Whedon and Terry Moore try to write that series, and I just could not get into it. Decades, Marvel 70s, Legion of Monsters. Hell yes, love the epic lines. We have Avengers Epic Collection, volume, I believe this is 19. And this collects Avengers 348 through 359, some of the Bob Harris and Steve Epting years. Annual 21, and material from Captain America 11, Thor Annual 17. I'm sorry, Captain America Annual 11, and Fantastic Four Annual 25. Fear the Reaper. Hell yes, I love those freaking epic collections. And then we have Avenging Spider-Man Complete Collection. Mighty Avengers by Dan Slott Complete Collection. That's another great series. But not just Dan Slott. Christos Cage wrote some of those, so definitely recommend that book. A book that I talked about from DC that I am probably going to end up getting. I try to talk myself out of it. And that is the newly announced Death and Return, this new printing, the third printing of Death and Return of Superman Omnibus. So you can watch that video if you want to see my thoughts and what it contains. We have Absolute Scarlet, one that I think a lot of people are waiting on. I was not a fan of the story, but I do love Alex Malit. So maybe when it's discounted or liquidated, I'll pick it up. DC meets Looney Tunes Volume 2, Adventures of Super Sons Volume 1. Hopefully they'll release an oversized hardcover of this series, because this was not collected in the omnibus. Catwoman Volume 1 Copycats. Thinking about it, I do love Joelle Jones' artwork. Her Catwoman is gorgeous. Elseworld Superman Volume 2, Fortune and Glory, a true Hollywood comic book story. Huh. I can't say I know what that is. Is that a Bendis book? Yeah, it is a Bendis book. I have no idea what that is. Justice League Aquaman Drowned Earth. That's the crossover event. It's a hardcover. But don't know about the dimensions. I don't know if it's oversized or not. And it only collects Drowned Earth 1, Justice League 10 through 12, and Aquaman 40 to 41. Oh, no, wait. Also collects Titans 28. I guess they added some stuff. And Aquaman Justice League Drowned Earth 1. So maybe it will be, because I bet that's the only way DC collects Drowned Earth. Nice. Superman's Pal, Jimmy Olsen by Jack Kirby. Batman Death of the Family Saga, the DC Essentials Edition. Now, moving on to the manga for that week. What do we have? Attack on Titan 27. Oh yeah, Knights of Sidonia Master Edition. Hell yes, I love those. I love that series, and I'm a big fan of the big oversized manga book, so I will be picking that up. Mech Cadet U, Volume 3. EC Archives, Two Fisted Tales. God, I love EC Comics. Those are some of the best comic books ever written. For Better or Worse, The Complete Library, Volume 3. Scott Pilgrim Color... Okay, so there's Scott Pilgrim Color Collection trade paperback. Scott Pilgrim Color Collection Volume 1. Volume 2 trade paperbacks. And I think there was a hardcover of this released. Walt and Ski Seeks Volume 7, 1933 to 1934. The Complete Life and Times of Uncle Scrooge. Shit. But if you own box set 3 and 4, or just volumes 5 and 6, you really don't need this book unless you want them in just one continuous, because I think they're going to get a lot of the stuff from the compendium and collected in volume 2 from the future stories, from I guess volumes 7 and 8. So if you want it all in one sitting, that's the way to do it. It is the best, probably, Don Rosa Uncle Scrooge story. It's the one that put him on the map. Kick-Ass New Girl Volume 2. No. Rose Volume 3. Unnatural Volume 2. The Imperium Deluxe Hardcover. That is a Valiant book. God, I need to get into Valiant. That was one of my confessions. I haven't read a damn Valiant book. Survival Fetish Volume 1. Strangers in Paradise 25 Omnibus softcover and a hardcover edition. I already have the one that you'll see it closer in my hauls, and I think Maddie and I are going to do a comparison side by side with the limited edition books. And now we have the week of April 17th, Doctor Strange by Donny Cates hardcover. I think there was somebody in between Donny Cates and Jason Aaron, and I want to say it might have been Colin Bunn. So, and this one is oversized, so I may probably pick it up to go with the Jason Aaron book. Shatterstar, which is a really good series. I really enjoyed it. That collects issues 1 through 5 of Shatterstar. Iron Man, Epic Collection, trade paperback, The Man Who Killed Tony Stark. This collects some of the earlier stuff, so I believe this is, if I'm not mistaken, Iron Man Volume 3 of the Epic Collection. So this collects Iron Man 2 through 24. I love these Epic Collections. Marvel, you just keep making them. X-Men by Peter Milligan, Volume 1. Not the biggest fan of that run. Actually, it's probably one of the worst X-Men runs ever. Do I own it? Yes. Would I buy it in an omnibus format? You bet your ass I would. Because I'm that type of fucking idiot. Thor by Gillen and Complete Collection. I don't know why this is not an omnibus or an oversized hardcover. These books were great. Very underrated. I really like that run. Iceman and His Amazing Friends. Did he have a new series? Iceman 1 through 5 and Uncanny X-Men Winter's End 1. Okay. DC, Batman, Superman, Silver Age, Volume 2 Omnibus. I'm glad that has not been canceled. So good. Justice League of America, Bronze Age, trade paperback. So this is the Dan Didio trade paperbacks that I guess he was talking about. Batman Detective Comic, Rebirth Edition, Volume 4. Hell yes. Yes, please. Continuing the James Tynion book before he took off. Detective Comics 974 through 982. I love his run. It's a damn good book. One of the best Rebirth series out there. Damage Volume 2. I was always a big fan of that character. I haven't read any of the Rebirth Damage, though. Injustice versus Masters of the Universe hardcover collection. This is the book in the series that was left out of the Masters of the Universe omnibus. So if you're interested, getting it that way, this is the way to do it. The Commandi Challenge trade paperback. I may pick that up in hardcover. I like the idea of different creators taking on the story. Sandman Volume 7, 30th edition. Yeah, we need more of those. Wonder Woman Volume 8, Dark Gods. I hope they keep collecting those in oversized hardcover because I'm a big fan of those. Alright, so let's look at the manga list real quick. Goblin Slayer seems to be a very popular series. Volume 5 comes out that week. And Dick Tracy, Dead or Alive trade paperback. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Color Classics. That just goes back and does recolors the original stuff that Laird and Eastman did. I think they did it before in oversized format called The Works. Gideon Falls Volume 2. Hell yeah, that series is awesome. Digging that. Jeff Lemire. Andre Sorrentino. Andrea, depending on who pronounces it. Mage Volume 6. I was a big fan of Mage. I haven't read any new stuff. Matt Wagner. Man, Mage 1. Such a solid book. Magic Order Volume 1. I think that's the Mark Miller Oliver Copiel book from Image. Moving on to the week of the 24th. And I believe that is the last week of April. Despicable Deadpool OHC. Jessica Jones' Purple Daughter, trade paperback. Road to Marvel's Avengers Infinity War, The Art of the Cinematic Universe slipcase. Star Wars Legends Epic Collection Empire, Volume 5. Shuri, Volume 1. Unstoppable Wasp Unlimited. That's another Jeremy Whitley book. This is the series, I think, that took place before the one that comes out earlier in April, the first week of April. Marvel Knights 20th edition. Black Order, War Masters of Thanos. Spider-Man Light in Darkness. Hopefully, I think this is the Paul Jenkins. Yeah, this is Paul Jenkins and Mark Buckingham. I'm hoping that we'll get some kind of omnibus after all this, if these sell well enough. I don't know. Maybe that's wishful thinking, because those stories haven't been properly collected. Just some of the stuff in the Best of Spider-Man with JMS. Then we have Batman Noir from DC, Gotham by Gaslight. I like those noir books. They're really cool, but I don't know. I think I have way too many versions of that book already. Crisis on Infinite Earth's Companion. Hell yes, Volume 2, hardcover edition. This is the book you need in case you don't want that slipcase. And it's oversized as well. Batman and the Justice League Manga, Volume 2. Interesting. Injustice Volume 2, trade paperback. Injustice Volume 5, hardcover. I know some of you really enjoy it, so let me know if you're still digging that Injustice book. I may have to try that out. And then we have the new Scarlet series collected in a trade paperback. Superman World Against Superman, the DC Essential Edition. So they are continuing these. I mean, these are just scattered everywhere. This is from the New 52 run by Grant Morrison. Supergirl Volume 1, The Killers of Krypton. I love that cover by Artgem, and I love the writing. So if you've checked this out, let me know. I love Andreyko. Mark Andreyko's Manhunter is one of my favorite, most underrated books. I absolutely love it. Now, I was mistaken, I think, because, let's see here. So the week of the 24th is when Goblin Slayer 5 comes out. So, my bad. That's the week of the 24th. And yeah, once again, I think that's it as far as manga for me. But, I mean, if you're getting something else, let me know in the comments down below what you're looking forward to as far as manga. I know there's a 20th Century Boys coming out, if I'm not mistaken. The hardcover, or the collected editions, the big ones. Now we have the pre-code classics. Anybody getting these? I always wanted to check them out. Volume 2, there is a slipcase edition and a hardcover edition. The pre-code classics Web of Mystery, Volume 5, once again, hardcover and a slipcase edition. Neil Gaiman's American Gods, Volume 2. This is a hardcover, assuming based on the TV series, not the novel, or maybe the novel first. Aliens Dead Orbit, hardcover. Man, I love that cover. So, and I haven't read this, but I'm digging that cover. Eerie Archives 26, hell yes. I don't think we have that much more to go. I'm so glad that Dark Horse is putting these out. I love this series, and one day when I get them in liquidated discounted prices, I would love to get them all. Firefly Volume 1, Unification War, hardcover. Walt Disney's Uncle Scrooge Volume 13, The Mines of King Solomon. This is the Carl Barks stuff. You know, I need to do a comprehensive reading order of Carl Barks because they're not numbered. They're just labeled by the name of the book, and sometimes they're Donald Duck, sometimes they're Uncle Scrooge, and they bounce back and forth. But there is an actual reading order, and I'll put those together. So if you want to see that, let me know in the comments down below. Let's see what else we have. Phantom Complete Dailies, Volume 17, 1961 to 1962 hardcover. The Exorcisters, Volume 1. That looks interesting. Warning Volume 1 and Livewire Volume 1. Fugitive. No idea what that is. If there's any books that I missed, let me know in the comments down below. But that's it. It looks like that first week, tomorrow, is going to be an expensive-ass week for me. Let me know when it's going to be expensive for you or what you're picking up. And yeah, what I missed talking about. I know there's some solicitations that are coming out, so I'm very excited about some of the things that... I know DC canceled a lot, but there's also some good things in the horizon from other companies, not just DC. Hopefully DC will get their stuff together after they hire new people, get some young blood in there. But yeah, that's it for me. Let me know in the comments down below. I love doing this because this helps me budget a little bit to set some money aside. Let me know what week is going to be an expensive ass week for me and what weeks I can take it easy and save a little money. And as I promised on my haul from C2E2, a updated book tour, room tour of all my comics, of my hardcovers. I may split them up between manga and hardcovers. Is coming sometime this month. So, I made a promise in April. It's coming. That for sure is. I know you guys have been waiting a long time, and thank you. Thank you very much for subscribing, and don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed what you saw. Leave comments down below. Check out our other content on Near Mint Condition. And yeah, that's all I got. So remember, if it's classy and cool, it must be near mint.